Hi, welcome to Dr. Mom's Oily Toolkit because keeping your family safe and healthy is a top priority. With a little knowledge and the right remedies, many common minor ailments can be easily handled at home. No more quick run into the doctors. Dr. Mom is to the rescue. Essential oils and other natural products make fantastic first aid care remedies. They have a unique ability to penetrate cell membranes and circulate through the body, which stimulates healing for a range of universal ailments. Instead of working against the body's efforts to heal, essential oils work in tandem with the body to mend, repair, and promote healing. Keeping your family safe and healthy is a top priority, but accidents and sickness still happen. Thankfully, essential oils and natural products can be an important first line of defense. Creating an oily toolkit for your family is so essential because essential oils are convenient, readily available, portable, have a very long shelf life. A well-stocked kit can leave you prepared to handle just about any situation. Best of all, oils are fast-acting, affordable, safe, and most of all, effective. Let's take a look at what these babies can do. But before we do that, let's have a few words of caution. As with any care remedies for sickness and illness, there are always important cautions to keep in mind. If you follow the cautions, you will be able to receive all the benefits that essential oils have to offer. Number 1, apply essential oils as soon as symptoms begin or immediately following an injury. A portable toolkit at all times will be a huge help. Keep one in your purse, briefcase, backpack, because you never know when accidents happen. Apply essential oils frequently during the illness or injury, about every 2 to 3 hours. Applying an oil one time won't be a huge help to you. Number 3, always use a carrier oil. Coconut oil, olive oil, or V6 oil are all great choices. Number 4, never use essential oils in the eye. And number 5, understand that some oils are going to increase your photosensitivity. So know what oils you're using and then be very cautious about going in the sun. If you're using a photosensitive oil like lemon, be very cautious about going in the sun about 12 hours after you've applied that to any skin that would be in direct sunlight. Number 6, exercise good judgment. If you're at all concerned or worried over an illness or injury, it's best always to call a medical professional and make sure that you are making good choices. Okay, now let's get to the fun part. Number 1, cuts and scrapes and minor puncture wounds. Cuts and scrapes are probably among the most common types of boo-boos that parents have to treat. When a child gets a cut or scrape, bleeding can help to naturally cleanse the wound, but gentle pressure can be applied to help the bleeding not go on for too long. It's always important to add an extra defense against possible infection. That's where essential oils come in. To clean a scratch or scrape, apply purification oil to the area. For some, this may sting a little bit, but not too bad. Once the area is clean, follow behind with some animal sense ointment. I know, the name may throw you, but trust me, while this ointment is safe for pets, it's also a great replacement for some of those common store-bought salves that can be found. The ones you use over the wound right before you put the Band-Aid on. This is a good alternative for that. If you have a cut that's bleeding super heavily and you've applied pressure until the bleeding stopped, then it's a good choice to come behind and use cypress oil. You'll apply the cypress oil around the wound, but not directly in the wound. So on kind of the skin around, you can put some cypress oil, and that will help heal that area, or help it improve and kind of slow the blood flow down. All right, cold, flu, congestion, and cough. They can pop up out of nowhere and infect the entire family if you're not careful. So when you first see symptoms, begin treating. For colds and flus in adults and older children, thieves, oregano, and immunopower on the bottoms of the feet, down the spine, and on the chest about every hour for the first signs of symptoms. As the symptoms improve, then you can kind of graduate out to every 2 to 3 hours for maintenance until you are completely better. When you're dealing with an infant, you can't really use thieves and oregano because they're too strong for the baby, but myrtle, lemon, and frankincense neat on the baby's chest and then covered with a warm cloth will bring them a lot of comfort. When you're struggling with congestion, place 2 to 3 drops of eucalyptus, RC, or peppermint oils on the palms of your hands. Rub the hands together and then cup them over your nose and inhale deeply. This will provide relief. Again, when dealing with infants, we don't want to use peppermint or eucalyptus because they may be a little bit too strong for baby and not recommended. So myrtle, once again, or RC on the neck and the chest of the baby would help them with congestion. For adults, once you've inhaled deeply from your hands, placing a drop of peppermint underneath your nose, I would definitely dilute that, will help kind of keep those nasal passages open. For those who may have nasty persistent coughs, 2 to 3 drops of eucalyptus or peppermint oil, again in the hands, rubbing together and breathing deeply will help. RC is everything respiratory coughs, so this is a great one. Rub RC over the chest and then follow it up by putting some thieves on the feet or over the throat. Dilute that thieves before you place it on your throat. You'll be glad you did. Next up, earaches, infections, and swimmer's ear. Ear issues are something that our family is super familiar with. Our oldest daughter had a complete eardrum replacement when she was 7 years old. While the reconstruction helped in some ways, it did leave the ear susceptible to infections and caused basically some poor draining. So swimmer's ear during the summer, this is something that we deal with a lot. And now I'm super thankful that we have essential oils to go to. There's a big word of caution when you're using oils around the ear, in the ear. You never, ever, ever want to drop the oils directly down into the ear. For an adult dealing with ear pain, applying 2 drops of peppermint, immupower, or purification oil diluted with some warm olive oil or fractionated oil. Apply that to a cotton swab and then swab around the opening of the ear or behind the ear down the jawline. This will really help kind of soothe the warmth of the oil will soothe the ear and help it drain. Never ever put the cotton swab with the oils directly down into the ear. If you have an infant or a child that's dealing with ear pain, using lavender, purification, or basil in the same manner as above with some warm olive oil or fractionated oil on a Q-tip and then rubbing that along the outer rim of the ear or down the jawline behind the ear will definitely help. It's completely safe to put the oils on a cotton ball, and you could then just place the cotton ball inside that front little area of the ear and just let it sit there for a few hours or overnight. You totally could do that. This method is a great one to use as if a family member is struggling with swimmer's ear. Swimmer's ear is an infection in the outer ear canal, and it's caused by water that remains in the ear after swimming. Combining basil and lavender on a cotton ball and rubbing it along the outer rim of the ear and then gently letting it sit inside the ear will really help. I usually have the kids lay down on that side of the ear so that on the side of their body where the ear hurts, and naturally let that ear drain down into the cotton ball that's sitting inside their canal. Oh, the next one, tummy troubles. I'm not sure if there's anything worse than tummy troubles. They seem to pop up at the most inconvenient times and rock your world, not in a good way, for days after they arrive. If you're treating general tummy upset, the kind that may be caused by overeating or eating something that doesn't agree with the belly, Mighty Zyme chewable tablets will be a welcome relief. In addition to those tablets, 3 to 4 drops of diluted peppermint oil to the abdomen about 3 to 6 times while symptoms persist. Digest is also a rock star tool in helping reduce those symptoms quickly. Constipation is classified as less than 3 bowel movements a week, and for those cases, 3 to 4 drops of Digest or peppermint oil diluted on the stomach area as needed. You could also add those drops of oil to a glass of rice or almond milk and drink them 2 to 4 times daily until things, get moving. The yuckiest of stomach troubles of them all is diarrhea. And when that hits, you will be so happy to have Life 9 in your oily toolkit. This supplement is particularly helpful if you're suffering from traveler's diarrhea or diarrhea caused by medications. So definitely want to tuck that in your suitcase before you go on your next trip. We had a child that seemed to spend most of her 3rd year of life with a goose egg on her forehead. It seemed that no sooner did one heal up than she would fall and a new one would go in its place. Oh, how different our family photos would look if I had known about essential oils back then. The good news is that I know now, and I'm happily passing along the knowledge. Should you or your little one get a bruise, applying abundant amounts of Valor and lavender over the bruised area will really help that bruise go away faster. Applying the oils every few hours for the first day after injury. And then maybe your family photos will look different than ours. There's nothing more pitiful than a little one battling fever. And while a fever is an important part of the body's response to foreign invaders, it's important that the fever not rise too high too quick. So, to aid in fever relief, apply lemon essential oils to the spine or the inside of the forearms for an infant or a small child. Peppermint oil can be used for toddlers and older fever sufferers. Dilute 2 to 3 drops of peppermint oil and then rub that down the spine and along the forehead. Apply ImmuPower to the feet and the spine. Heat exposure can be a real threat as we head into the summer months. And to help a person suffering from heat exposure, apply a cool cloth to their forehead and elevate their feet. Apply 3 to 4 drops of diluted peppermint to their ears, back of their neck, temples, and shoulders, and encourage plenty of fluids. Whether you receive your burn from the oven, stovetop, or the sun, the method to treat the burn is the same. Burns are a common injury to both adults and children, and thankfully, no matter where you get the burn, your method will be the same. So you'll definitely want to stock your oily toolkit with this. I usually start by trying to draw the heat out of the burn by using peppermint essential oils. Following that, spraying lavender cooling mist as often as I need for the first several hours, and then following with 2 to 3 drops of lavender oil neat, you don't need to dilute it, and continue applying lavender to the damaged skin to help assist in the repair. This is super helpful and actually a method that I keep by my kitchen stove because for some reason I seem to have a knack for hitting that rack when I'm taking things out. Ankle and knee sprains are the most common sprains, and it is estimated that 23,000 people require medical treatment for ankle sprains every day in the United States. Chances are that someone you know may need to know how these oils can help them feel better this summer. For sprains, apply 4 to 6 drops of helichrysum or panaway diluted on the affected area 3 to 4 times a day, and then apply a cold compress or ice to the area twice daily. For strained or overused muscles, maybe you did a little too much in the garden, massaging 4 to 6 drops of lavender, panaway, or deep relief, neat or diluted, on sore muscles 3 times a day will be a big help. More outdoor time means more risk of insect bites and stings. First of all, if you do get stung and the stinger is still in the skin, you want to flick it or scrape it out with a hard object like the back of a credit card rather than trying to pull it out. What could happen is that you may cause that venom sac to release more venom in the arm or leg or wherever the sting happens, and that could cause more discomfort. Once you get the stinger out, apply small repetitive doses of purification, about 1 to 2 drops, on the bite or sting area about every 15 minutes for the first hour after it's stung. To avoid all the buggies altogether, keeping eucalyptus, peppermint, tea tree, and citronella in your toolkit. The bugs are seriously turned off by those oils, which makes them just perfect for you. How do you start your own oily toolkit? Well, many of the oils mentioned in this presentation can be found in Young Living's Premium Starter Kit. The benefits from purchasing your own oily toolkit, beyond providing safe, affordable healing solutions for your family, is that when you purchase your starter kit, you will instantly receive 24% off all future purchases. So for the oils that were mentioned but aren't in the kit, you can now get them for a 24% discount. You don't need to make monthly minimums to keep your membership. Just a $50 a year order is all it takes. So how do we do that? Well, step 1, visit www.morein24.com. Choose the Young Living menu tab and click Purchase Young Living. Once there, you're going to follow the prompts for a wholesale membership. It'll lead you to pick your favorite diffuser. You can see those on your screen. So if you want a basic diffuser, I recommend the Dewdrop or the Home. And the Rainstone and the Aria have a few more bells and whistles and cover a larger square footage area. So pick your favorite diffuser, and then the next step is going to ask you whether or not you'd like to sign up for our Essential Rewards program. This is our monthly rewards program. It gives you a great way of kind of restocking or adding to your oily stash by placing a monthly order. You choose the day and the time, and one of the benefits of doing that is that you'll get discounted shipping. You will get cash back on all of your oils, up to 25% cash back plus your discount. So now we're really cooking with gas. There's a video on our YouTube channel that'll let you know what Essential Rewards is and why it's good for you if you want a little bit more information on that. And then your last step is to confirm and accept your new oily life. This process is easy, and soon you'll be on your way to making fantastic first aid care remedies. Thank you so much for watching Dr. Mom's Oily Toolkit.